up 2.5%. A Berks County family claims that their 3-month-old should never have been taken from their arms, and now they stand accused of child abuse. Action News is investigating whether a possible misdiagnosis has put that family at risk. Action News investigative reporter Wendy Saltzman is here with that story.
Jim, this child, the couple's first and only son, has been out of their care and in the hands of the state for more than a year. Are they monsters, or is a rare genetic disorder to blame? Cesar Battiato was born on January 6th of last year. His parents, Jessica and Cesar Sr., say he was a healthy 6-pound, 11-ounce baby boy.
He was such a happy baby.
But parenthood wasn't without some stress for these first-time parents. In the first 3 months, they say they took Cesar to the doctor approximately 13 times. Then, when Cesar was 3.5 months old, a trip to St. Joseph's Medical Center to check on what they first thought was a bug bite on his left leg left their family suddenly shattered.
How does this happen? It didn't make sense to me.
Jessica and Cesar say they asked for little Cesar to be transferred to Hershey Medical Center, where a full body scan was done. The findings were horrifying. Cesar had 20 bone fractures across his body, from his fingers to his ribs and legs.
How does my son have so many fractures and is so happy?
The family was given an estimate that the fractures happened 3 to 8 weeks back. In that time, remember, Cesar had multiple trips to the doctor, and not until that possible bug bite was a single bruise observed on his body. But the medical care team, led by Dr. Catherine Crowell, says this was child abuse.
I'm thinking there has to be something wrong with the x-ray machine or something that was missed.
The 3-month-old was immediately ripped out of their home and placed in the care of the state.
I just felt like I lost my soul. I lost everything.
At first, both parents say they felt powerless to fight the accusations, but soon they started an uphill battle to prove their innocence. Their search led them to 3 leading experts in the area of vitamin D deficiencies, a common nutrient shortage associated with breastfeeding. One was Dr. Michael Hollick, a world-renowned endocrinologist at Boston Hospital, who says a lack of vitamin D can result in broken bones just from everyday handling.
There's a very high likelihood that he was vitamin D deficient.
Dr. Hollick examined both little Cesar and Jessica. On top of the potential vitamin insufficiency, he diagnosed both with a rare genetic disorder called EDS, or Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, that can mimic the signs of child abuse.
The combination of those two markedly increases risk for these fractures that are thought to be due to abuse, when in fact they're due to a compromised skeleton that's very fragile.
At a February hearing where the parents sought Cesar's return, Dr. Crowell testified Cesar's injuries were consistent with inflicted injury or physical abuse. Hershey Medical Center added in a statement to Action News, the medical facts in this case clearly reach the level of reasonable suspicion. We support our physicians' work unreservedly.
She's made what I think is a misdiagnosis.
Attorney Mark Freeman represents Jessica and was also the attorney for another family accused of child abuse by Dr. Crowell, whose child was also taken from their home. In that case, the father sat behind bars for 414 days, charged with abusing his daughter and unable to make bail. That father was ultimately acquitted at trial. He's now suing Crowell and others who have all denied any wrongdoing.
I feel like my baby has been kidnapped from me.
It's now been more than a year since Cesar was taken away.
I want this all to end, and I just want him to be home, and I want him to be happy, and I don't want him to forget that I'm his mom or he's his dad.
We've reached out to Berks County Children and Youth Services for a response, but they would not confirm or deny their involvement in this case. But the agency has now requested a gag order from a judge. So far, no criminal charges have been filed against the parents.
Well, what's next for the parents? How do they go about trying to prove that this is a vitamin deficiency, not a case of abuse?
Well, they've been trying to prove that in court, and here's the frightening thing, Jim. That child has been in the care of the state for 12 months. At 15 months, they can put that child up for adoption. 3 months, they could lose their son.
All right. You stay on this. Thank you, Dan.